Hello, everyone. Tuesday, June 6th, and we are all super excited because it's the first day of our new Slim launch. But that's not the reason we're hopping on here today. I'm Nicole Harden, a Senior Gold Ambassador, and there's a group of us, good friends on here, and we just want to share our passion and our takeaways with you from the Believe Convention last week in Las Vegas. And if you weren't there, I just want to say, do whatever you have to do next year to make it happen to be present there. It will be the best personal growth and experience of your life. So I just want to kick a few things that stood out to me the most. I have notes because I know I could ramble. There was so much. But we had a breakout session for Gold and Senior Gold, and it was Helen McFadden and Michelle Thomas. And I love that she said Plexus is just a personal growth and development plan with a very generous comp plan. And I think we can all agree with that as we're growing in this business and learning together. And then it really stood out to me when she talked about not comparing yourself as far as like when you rank up. I've been with Plexus 3.5 years, and sometimes we do the comparison thing, and it can be the thief of joy, but it's about the lives that you touch along the way. So I think if we focus on that, our future is so bright with this company, you guys. So the thing that stood out to me the most, and something I have really wanted to work on, and just like I needed the tools to implement where you go from here. So Michelle talked a lot about branding yourself. And she said, Plexus is not your logo. And I think most of us that are on here have been using the products for a little while, and it's really easy for us to just word vomit everything we know about Plexus to everybody that we meet because there's so many good things about it. But a few things I wrote down, she said was how to get to what you want your brand to review yourself. So she said, think about 4 to 5 things that represent you. So I've just said, I'm a wife. I'm a mother, I'm a child of God, I'm an encourager, I'm a loving friend to all. And the list could go on and on, but just kind of like a brain jogger. I love that because, I was in cosmetology for 15 years. It was easy to think about the beauty industry, but you have to shift gears into what you're in now so we can attract what we want to grow to our business, the kind of people that we want. Another great thing, and I heard this a while ago and I've not done it in a while, I'm going to reach out to my upline sponsor today and have her review, maybe my social media post and where I'm at. Like, am I presenting what I want success to look like in my life? Am I attracting the kind of people to the network that I'm ready for? So those were some things that stood out to me the most. And guys, I got really excited about this. I've always wondered when you reach diamond status, what that would look like. And I know it will look different for every organization, but I thought it was really cool. Helen McFadden said she has 45,000 people in her downline. Can y'all even imagine that? Yeah. So I have been visualizing like what will it be like when you're standing on that stage as a diamond and you have 45,000 teammates. It's exciting. So she says, if it is to be, it is up to me. Not your upline, your downline, your sideline. So I could go on and on, guys. Those were my favorite takeaways. And of course, spending time with all of you have become dear friends to me. So that's my takeaways, Guy. So Laura, it looks like I'm on my cell phone. It looks like you're next in line. Do you want to tell us your takeaways?
Hello, everyone. Laura Sprague here, Gold in Plexus, and I have a huge takeaway, and I have a different perspective maybe than other people do, but I'm looking at Plexus as a whole because I've been in other companies before, and so I'm looking at their attitudes, I'm looking at commitment, I'm looking at faces, I'm reading body language, and so I am looking at the support system, and that's what I really want to touch on. That's my huge takeaway, actually, since day one, since I met Sonia. You see, I have this podcast where I get to interview people, and I've interviewed lots of different people from other companies. And so when I released Sonia's episode, hers hit #1 in day one, the day I launched it. And so I'm like, oh, okay, this is something very interesting and fascinating, because I'm like, seriously, #1. And I've interviewed the #1 person in Mary Kay. I've interviewed people in other companies, and I'm just like, wow, this is pretty awesome. Okay, so this is my huge takeaway. I want all of you, I want you to know, and I want to practice this, is when we do something, we must first decide, right? That we keep it simple. I'm attracted to simplicity. We decide. So all of us are deciding to be all in Plexus. The very most important thing after that is the support system. And so I'm just blown away by that. So I'm watching our leaders, Sarah Marble and Sonia Dudley and Helen McFadden. I'm watching them show their journey, because each one had that journey, Nicole, and you were talking about the comparison thing. But the support system was all around. 80% of the crowd were newbies, and there was over 12,000 people there. I'm impressed with that, okay? So I am, again, simplicity, and I'm like, oh my goodness. So support system, what does that look like? Well, of course, you're talking about branding. We're talking about meeting people where they're at, first checking your own belief system. But I'm also looking at what it is like to be diamond. So I'm going to challenge all of you, because I just started this yesterday, practicing what you would say as a diamond on the stage. Do you know what that looks like? Do you know? I cried. I started crying yesterday, and something has lit inside of me, because I know that every one of you want it. I see it in your face. I see it in your smiles, and I know that your team does too. So that's the intention, right? But people lack that discipline, and that's what I saw was discipline as well. So support and discipline. We've got tons of takeaways. I can email the notes. I know that all of you have notes too for your team, but I wanted to keep it simple. You decide. And that's where everyone is. As a customer, we decide, and then we show them the support system, because they're going to back out if they don't have a support system. So I like to call it empowerment buddies instead of accountability partners, but empowerment, because you're empowering them to take care of them and themselves. So that's my hugest takeaway. I can go on and on. I got a kid right here underneath of me that's saying mommy. So I'm going to leave it right there. But I have lots of notes that I can share with all of you on a later date. But decide and support, meet them where they're at, and then empower them.
Awesome. Okay, next looks like we have Hannah Noel. Hannah, what are your best takeaways?
Hi, I'm Hannah Noel. I'm a Gold Ambassador with Plexus, and I wanted to focus this morning on the theme of our convention, Believe. Of course, since it was a theme, it was everywhere. Everyone who took the stage talked something about belief. And I just highlighted a few snippets that really grabbed my attention and got me thinking. The first one is Carrie Wilkerson took the stage. She's the Barefoot Executive. If you don't know who she is, look her up. Start following her and watching her videos. She is a fireball. She really got up there and told us how it is. And one of the first things she said is, what we believe can be dangerous. And, we talk a lot about mindset, positive mindset, and the importance of, keeping it there. And she kind of threw it on its head and said, watch out, because what you believe can be dangerous. And it's really, really, really important to work on that every day. And she also said, we hear a lot, I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it. We hear that all through our culture, and really that's backwards. It's if you can see it, you have to believe it first before you can see it. So, Laura was just talking about what's she going to say on stage when she's a diamond, right? So that's the perfect example of believing it first, and then visualizing it, and then having it happen. Let's see. We also she talked about one of the founders of Apple, Ronald Wayne, and his belief just wasn't there when the company was starting. And he got out before Apple really made it for $800. And, she talks about this is another way your beliefs can be dangerous and can steal your future. One of the things that I started doing, our president, Alec Clark, when he was on stage at one point, he shared a video with all of us about belief. And I started listening to that every morning to start my day. He, what a great example of someone building his belief. Here he is, the president of our company, getting ready for our belief convention, and he made the commitment. He found this video. He made the commitment to listening to this every day on his way to work, to continue working on his belief and building himself up, building up his belief in himself. I'm just, so proud of the leadership that we have in our company, and that they're willing to set the example and be vulnerable for all of us like that. I was also at the session with Sarah Marble, Helen McFadden, and Michelle Thomas, and something that stood out to me that Sarah said about belief is, hope is what brings you in, and belief is what keeps you there. And this just is another thing that points to the importance of working on that belief every day. Network marketing is simple. It's a simple system, but it can be hard. We all know that. There's definitely work involved. It's not just you snap your fingers and you're there. So to work on that belief in network marketing, in your own company, in yourself, is super, super important every day, so that when you have one of those rough days, that belief is there, it's built up. You can do it. And I think I'm gonna leave it there. I had one more thing I wanted to share that will wrap it up. I think it was Les Brown who said, sometimes you have to believe in someone else's belief in you until you have that belief. So if you feel like your belief in yourself is lacking, someone, I can't remember who it was, had us rate, where's our belief in network marketing? Where is it in our company? Where is it in our products? Where is it in ourselves? And if your belief in yourself is a little lower than your belief in all those other things, look to someone else. Find someone else who really, really believes in you. Ask them to build you up. Ask for that support. It's there. I mean, we have it right here in this group, and I saw it everywhere I went in convention. Every person I met was ready to believe in you and build you up. So it's one of my favorite things about Plexus. And thanks for inviting me on, ladies.
Awesome, Hannah. Thank you. Okay, Donna Sweeney, looks like you're up.
Oh, okay, good. I had myself muted, and I was like, then my screen went away, and I was like, okay. Well, I was in the Senior Ruby meeting with Sheila Medina, Celeste Gwynn, and Lynn Allen. And what I brought away from that mostly was, I think somebody else has already said it, you are enough. You don't have to be a Celeste. You don't have to be a Sheila. You don't have to be a Sarah. You are enough. You have what it takes to be successful in this business, because like Laura said, we have the support system there, and the support system just gets stronger and stronger every single day. And what I took away from convention was it just gets stronger all the way from the top, from our executives on down, because when I first started, there was very few executives. And so now you can see how they've hired these additional executives to really focus on certain parts of the business, and that's what's taken it to a whole new level with our new products and new branding and just everything. Brand yourself. I guess that's something that I have to work on too. I mean, I know who I am within myself, but I guess I don't always portray it on my posts, and I probably need to do that more. Instagram, we talked about that. I'm not on Instagram, and I need to learn that, because I believe Celeste was the one that told us that that was a big thing, that we really need to learn how to work the Instagram, and we would get out to more people. because I have been in a while, I seem to always struggle with probably not sticking with it, but I know how to stick with something, even through the ups and downs, because you will have ups and downs, and you just have to know ahead of time that that's going to happen, and to learn to stick with it, and learn that when you have those down times, that's when you work on yourself and your mindset. And so that's, thankfully, we have Sonia to help us with that, because she is the expert in that area. So we're lucky to have her to be able to do that for us too. And then Hannah said, it's simple, but it's not always easy. And I always tell people that. I mean, I don't ever, I think maybe when I first started, I probably had a lot of excitement and wanted to tell people how simple this business was, or how easy it was. Well, we know it's not easy. We know that the longer we're in, it can get harder. The business itself is not hard. I think the difficulties come with dealing with people. That's the hard part. The business itself is not hard. It's simple. But anytime you deal with other people and their personalities and their ups and downs, and they're not believing in themselves, you believe in them, but they don't have the belief in themselves. So it's just all about, I guess, getting them to believe you, or to look at you and look up to you long enough for you to help them through their journey, because everybody's journey is different. Yeah. That's it for me.
Awesome, Donna. So good. So good. Okay, Darla, what you got?
Okay, there. I couldn't get myself unmuted. Well, I'm Darla Brock, and I'm a Senior Gold Ambassador, and super, super excited to be here. And thank you, ladies, for asking me to jump on board. I have to be a little transparent, Nicole. I almost said no to you, because when you asked me, I had a whole little thing typed out that said, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much, but I can't," because this is a little bit out of my comfort zone. So I'm learning to get out of my comfort zone. And lately, you guys, I have learned so much about, if I will just make myself jump out of my comfort zone, I have learned that my action builds my confidence. So I encourage anybody who's listening to, if you think that you can do this business, or you think you can't share that fun little pink drink, think again. You won't die, and you might even gain a new friend, or you might help somebody along the way. And so that's what I wanted to say. So thank you, Nicole. So I erased that and I tapped back. Absolutely. I would love to. So here I am. But I wanted to, it's going to sound like I'm piggybacking a little bit off of Hannah, because I was in Sarah Marble's training as well. And that statement of hope is what brings you in, and belief is what keeps you here. And that is so much of my journey, because I've been in network marketing before and said I would never do it again. I've been in several companies, and I've always believed in the concept of it, but it didn't quite just work for me. And I thought it was my fault. So when I got around Plexus and found Plexus, I truly only joined for the products, because I was very ill. So I had a little bit of hope left that maybe these products could help me. So I joined for the hope in the product, not in the business. But what happened is, as I got better and the products worked for me, my hope then started getting ignited of, what if this could happen? What if this company is what I've been looking for? So this has been my third convention, and I have to tell y'all, it's been the best convention yet. It's been better than anything I've ever attended in my life in network marketing. The quality of the way that they do things, their excellence to everything, the integrity of the people and our leaders, it's just something I've ever experienced before. It's just off the charts. So you can, if you are a person who is struggling in your belief, then attend the meeting. Watch the videos, listen to recaps of convention. Your belief will grow as you continue to feed yourself the truth and what's really happening within the company itself. One of the things, I made notes so I wouldn't lose my train of thought, but one of the things for me, though, when I first joined, I don't know about you guys, but when I first joined, I started sharing and building a team, I wanted to do it so well, and I felt like I was trying to reinvent the wheel sometimes, and I shouldn't have done that. But y'all, one of the most exciting things, I just about jumped out of my chair, was Lexi, right, by Plexus. Y'all, that was the biggest thing for me. I was like, thank you, Jesus, for this right here, because this right here will enable people who didn't think they could do this business to do it, because we don't have to memorize ingredients. We don't have to memorize anything. We can push a button and get the information that we need, and we can take care of our clients, and we can take care of our ambassadors. I can't tell you how exciting and what a relief that was to me, and it just blew my mind. It was beyond what I thought was possible, so I'm super duper excited about that. And the biggest thing I wanted to say is this is the thing that I tell myself, and I'm all about the mindset too, Donna, like you were sharing. And I've learned so much about mindset from Sonia. But I truly, truly believe how they say we are in the right company with the right products at the right time. And, you know, I joined 2.5 years ago. And so Plexus had been around a little while, but just like all the diamonds are saying and all the people that we heard at convention, this is like brand new all again with the new Slim and the new products. So I'm just treating it like it's my first week in business. I'm just getting back in touch with people that I might have gotten in touch with before and maybe it wasn't their time, but just to share, because we have new things to share now. So anyway, those are my excitements, my takeaways, and I just can't wait for Leaders Retreat and getting to see all of you lovely ladies. And anyway, so thank you so much for having me, and let me participate.
Good job. I thank all of you for hopping on here today. I just think this will be great for our teams, and I just think it's great to see everyone else's passion and excitement, because we know that leadership is influence. And guys, if we're not excited about the business, how are we going to excite anybody else? So I'm excited about Lexi and having a virtual assistant. I was going to say that too. Plus, we sound kind of professional. We have an assistant. So I love you guys, and just thank y'all for doing this today. And let's share with our teams. One Plexus.